We should be back live right now. So I'm planning to take a short, excuse me, pretty quick here on the DAX. I see a potential scalp opportunity for DAX here at 27. So NASDAQ also pump a little bit. I'm actually holding not a longer position, but it's going to be a intraday position short on the Nasdaq. I think it's going to come back to the previous lows again. It could push back to 18,000, and we have to respect that. But I'm currently holding a little short on the Nasdaq. But we're not trading the Nasdaq. We're trading the DAX now. So let's see. Let's give it some time. DAX just went down very quick. I think there's some news coming in here. Not really, but I'm planning to take a quick short here on the DAX, so prepare for that. I'll do a light short of only 25% here in the beginning. So I'm shorting the market here, currently trading at 26. We could exit this one again here quick. I didn't even open it and then I closed it again. I know it's very quick, but we will do some trades together now. So Nasdaq is pushing above 675 maybe, or it's going to get rejected here. The reason why I just closed it so quick, I didn't even open it and then I closed it right after, is because of one simple thing. Nasdaq pushed and I saw that up here. That's simply why I just closed it very quick. So it wasn't really matters to me if it was a break-even trade or profit or loss. But it looks like they really want to push the market again. So we could see the same on the DAX. I know we just sold off a lot, but again, be careful. It could push all the way back, as we just saw here on the Nasdaq. Nasdaq is very tricky right now, and it's very positive. And if they really want to push the market back to the previous highs or even higher, they saw this market movement from lows of 500, and then they just pushed it 2,000 points in under like an hour. So that's what they want to accomplish again. Are they hoping? So a lot of traders is buying in at these levels here. Let's be very careful. They could easily push the market back, okay? Be careful of going short here. But when I say short, or if I say something, you can always hold for a little bit longer. You can always see that I went short, but I closed it out very quick. But if you was in minus or break even, you could have held a little bit longer all the way. So if I say the direction is down and I say I'm short, you can always choose to hold it longer than me. I'm not gonna do like first short and then long and then short and then long. I'm only focused on one direction per day. So if I say short and I go short, you can always just choose to hold it because the direction is down. So I will re-enter short. But overall, lower lows on the Nasdaq, but they pushing it, and we might see the same as we saw yesterday, that they pushing it back. I'm not super confident if they really want to push it back to 18,000. I think around the opening, I think they will sell it back to 17,000. But again, they could push it here in the pre-market. So DAX is testing around lows at 68. It's very volatile, so be very careful here, okay? Because if you go for a short, you can easily get stopped out at 50. So be very good at cutting losses. I'll go for a light short here. It's currently trading at 75. I'll exit this one very quick here. I'll exit this one again. Quick little scalping. You're more than welcome to hold. We shorted at 75. It's currently trading at 40. So you can just see that this is actually working, that if you're holding a little bit longer than me, then you will be fine. So don't panic if you not have made the same amount as I did or got out at the same price. You can always get out at better price than me. That's why this live session is so genius for so many traders, because I tell you what direction I go in, and then you could do your things, right? So it's not if I say short and I close it, then it's just gonna jump all the way back. Never. I have never seen that through thousands of trades. It's always coming more down. I can never time the top and the bottom. So you always can get out and make more money than me, because I'm not taking it all the way down. I'm taking small scalps and small positions. So if I go short at 75, you could basically take the same short if you want. Have some risk, of course, but then when I exit, it's exit in a downtrend, momentum trend, right? Because I don't have to make the whole like 100 points. I can just take 20 points or 50 points. I really don't need to make that much, because I'm trading with a larger account size. But DAX is very, very negative this morning here. We should see a reaction on the Nasdaq as well. Again, let's be very careful here. I mean, the market already sold off from highs of 120 back to 900, so 250 points. So be very careful. It could easily bounce all the way back again to 99, okay? Nasdaq is extremely overbought. There's a good setup here for a short all the way back, but again, we do not take these setups. We do not take a swing position and holding. We're in and out very quick, but I'm just in for a light short of 500 contracts here. I'm just gonna hold it because it's a light position. It's only 50%. Be careful, they could easily push the market back again, and then you are losing a lot. So be very careful shorting it here. I'm not saying it's not possible to short it and make a fortune. I'm just saying just be careful and do a lighter position. So now we're trading at the lows almost. I'm considering going for a light short, but again, it already sold off and Nasdaq is pushing. So this could be more like a long all the way back. I think I'm gonna do a very risky position here and take a short, but again, we could come back to 950, we could come back to 20,000, we could come back to 20,050. So just be very careful here and focus on risk management and focus on not holding the positions for too long. Okay, I was actually considering going short here. I did not, because it's already down a lot. It's already down 230 points in the opening when that Nasdaq is up. DAX will sell off if you see a weak Nasdaq. So if you see a Nasdaq that's going to sell below 600 and so on, and actually start breaking below 500, then you will also see a weak DAX. But wait for a weak Nasdaq, because Nasdaq could push, and then you will also see DAX is going to push afterwards. Overall, the overall direction for me today is a short all the way back to, previous lows. That's what I think the market will do. Not today, maybe not tomorrow, but the overall direction for me is not to take a long and hope for something to happen. No, it's for me to take a short. But again, there's a lot of risk, there's a lot of room on the upside, right, for a long. And it's not that I don't want to take a long. I can do that. But for now, I'm choosing not to. We need to see progress below 620, and then this have to start selling off before really we're going to see a reaction on DAX. But we already saw a reaction on DAX, and now it's just trying to come back and recover from that. So this is like more like a short term, like long, maybe to 20k or even higher. I'll go for a quick long here. It's very risky. You should not copy it. It's just a quick scalping. So I'll exit this one here again at 90. So it was in and out very quick. But again, feel free to hold it. You would have made much more money than me if you just hold this one here. I'm not saying it's not going to sell off. I'm just saying it's very risky. But Nasdaq is pointing up, but have some resistance. Again, it could push all the way back to 150 again, or even 250. So have that in mind and be very careful. So if we see a big push, we could consider going for a long. Right now, it's just very negative. I'll do another light. It's a very light long here again at 50. It's very risky, guys. I just want to see if we're gonna stop here at 950 or if we're really gonna break below. So it's very risky. You should not go in too heavy with this one here. So I want to see if they could push the market a little bit back. I mean, if they're pushing it back to 20,050, then it's a pretty high probability setup. So I want to see if this could work out because the Nasdaq is actually pretty strong. So they could actually push it back and we get it right there. Let's see here. I'll exit this one here for 7.5K. Quick scalping again. It's not bad. Just looking at the Nasdaq, no progress above, no progress below. It's a strong market. Then I saw it sold off unnecessarily back to 27. I went long at 950 and I exited this one here for a quick scalp again. So this morning overall, some good trades here with you. But again, it's very risky. We should be very careful here. I'm going to go for a light long here at 62, 58, 62. Let's see here. So they push the market. Let's see if they're also going to push the DAX as well, or if they're going to dump the DAX. So they push Nasdaq. Let's see if they're going to push DAX or if this is going to sell off. It's a very risky play, but it's also a very light position. So they pushed it. They really pushed it, like the Nasdaq, and then now they're dumping the DAX. It doesn't make really logic sense to me. Currently down 7K on this one here. Let's see if it's going to retrace or if it's going to come all the way back again. I'm currently long on the DAX. I think it could push it. They could push it to 20,065, but they could also dump the market here. Nasdaq is extremely strong, and we see a weak DAX. Make no sense. I think I'm going to move my stop loss to the lows of 94. So they're really pushing a lot. They're pushing the Nasdaq. We should see a DAX that's going to pump all the way back to 100 or even higher, but right now it's just selling off. I think it could come back, but again, it's very risky. They're really pushing it. I think they are going to push it above 750. I'm currently short. It doesn't look that great. Let's see if they're going to push the DAX. It's very weird that they're pushing the Nasdaq that much as we see here, and then they dumping the DAX. That doesn't make logic sense at all. I could consider moving my stop loss to 850 and then add, but again, it's very risky. I don't understand why they're pushing it so hard and then we're not seeing any reaction on the DAX. I'm thinking about adding to this short here, the long. There's a huge amount of upside on the DAX. So I went short 62, currently down 4K. They should push it. It's very weird. It's very rare to see this when they have such a strong push. And then we have no reaction on the DAX. It's just very weak. That could indicate that the Nasdaq could fall from here. I'm moving my stop loss back. And then I would like to add to here. So it's very risky. I'm adding at 905. Very risky, do not copy. I'll exit this one here for 3K, so I open a new position. Again, I'm only in with 25%, so it's a very light position. I still think they could push it back, but let's see. Nasdaq is holding quite strong, showing some strong momentum, and the DAX is just weak, make no sense. Last time we went to lows of 94. Wow. I was thinking about going in for a long again here. Let's see. They're dumping it now. Will it really come all the way back again? It's insane. So Nasdaq is very strong. I know it's going to come back. I know Nasdaq will sell off. I know that for sure. But then we just see a very weak DAX. I really want to short the market, and I'm also short here for a 50% position. But I was just expecting that it will push maybe back to 150. I even push back to 100, but right now we just sold off. That make no sense. But again, it's still, so it came from 18,800. We're currently trading at 920. So right now it's up 1,000 points. So of course we're gonna see a reaction down. Wow, big push on Nasdaq, and DAX is just so weak. So I'm actually not super sure where they're gonna push the market to. I think I'm gonna move my stop loss down to 807 because it's a light position. And then I would like to hold this one, and I would like to add once we get confirmation, because the Nasdaq is so strong and the Nasdaq is not really selling off or giving like any confirmation at all. It's just like really pushing, and then we see a so weak DAX. So this is just going to be a quick little trade that I want to see. It's going to come back to maybe 20,000, and then I could exit this one here. But again, it's very weak. It keeps selling off while Nasdaq is pushing. I'll add here at 80. Let's see here if they're pushing it back again. I'll exit this one here for break even. It's very risky to go against the trend. It's very rare I see movements like this when we have like a very strong Nasdaq and a very weak Nasdaq. Like very strong Nasdaq and a very weak DAX. So that's very rare. That's not super often I see that the market is like really holding and it's really pushing, because maybe they think the market will stop around 700. So that could be the idea here. I'm gonna add again here to the DAX. I think this is an overreaction. I think they will push it back, and we see that right there. I'll exit for 3,500. So it's very important, you know, when I say 25% position. Just to go over the risk management here. So if you have a 5K account, okay, so it's actually pushing now. Wow, big push on the DAX. I'm holding it, moving my stop loss up here, and we see a big push on Nasdaq. I might consider moving my stop loss up here for the Nasdaq. I might exit this one here. Yeah, I just exit this long for good profit again on DAX. Not good profit, but I was in a loss of 20K. So only green trades, as you can see, only green trades today. Again, be very careful. They really want to push the market all the way back. They trying to, but I think it's gonna come all the way back again later on. So I'm not super sure how high they really want to push this market. For now on, there's like no really limits here. So a strong Nasdaq, and we pushed above, so we got confirmation above 700. So it's very strong. The trend is very clear. It's actually pointing up. And then you're seeing a very weak, DAX, but it did not sold below the previous lows. So that's a buy signal, and that's simply why I personally choose to hold it. This one here, even I was in a loss of 20K, but I managed to make everything back and get a couple of thousand. You can exit if you want now. I'm gonna go for a light short here. It's against the trend, so it's very risky. They might push me out, they might push everything back here. I'm considering moving my stop loss up here, then I can add to it, so it's a light position. So it's actually fun to see that the DAX is actually pushing afterwards. We see that right there, that they're pushing it now, and they just sold it off. So we could see a reaction that they're gonna push it all the way back. It's completely insane. I'm gonna move my stop loss up here because it's a light position, and I would like to add to this one here. So I'm gonna add here at 68 or 70. It's currently trading at 79. So that's what I was expecting, and that's the trade I want to take. I did not hold it long enough. It made no sense that we saw this push and we got above 700, and then it was so slow. So for now, I'm just holding a short here on the DAX. I would like to. So they're really pushing it. Wow. Moving my stop loss up again here. This is insane. So we saw a big push, and then they also pushed it, but they pushed it after 20 minutes. They might rally all the way back to here. They could really push the market high today. Wow. Big push, unstoppable DAX. They're really pushing it, and I actually expect this to happen. Move my stop loss up again here. And then I would like to add to this short here. Wow. This is insane, because I saw this and I was actually pretty confident that it's gonna push. I think they're gonna push it all the way back to 300 or even 500. So it's a very bad trade for me, this one here. We saw the same on the DAX, on the Nasdaq, I mean, sorry. That they're pushing it everything back. It was actually a very good trade and a very good setup I found on the long here. For now on, I'm just holding it, and I could like to add to it, but the Nasdaq is just so strong and everything is just pushing like insane. Not super happy. I still, I'm sure they could push it to 300, and I have to respect that, and that's how it is. But I just know they're gonna push it maybe to 500, or they could push it up, but later on, not today, maybe tomorrow first, or maybe even like Thursday, Friday. I think they're gonna dump the market again. So I'm currently just holding this short here. I know it's against the trend, and I know I missed this one out here, but I'm holding the short. I opened short here at 70, and I opened short here at lows at 990. I think they could probably push it to 800 or even higher. So this is like a very bad trade. But it is what it is. I think still it's an overreaction. Again, I'll manage to close this one again around 870. So once we are selling back to here, then I will exit the trade. It's not that bad. I mean, I can exit this one here. If we come all the way back, then I can exit it. And then I can consider if I want to add again when we come back here. But overall stop loss is 306. It's a light position. So I'm going to exit this one here for nothing, just to have more capital to add to this short. So I'm going to exit this one here once we're trading maybe around 60. Let's see here. Nope. I'll exit. Nope. I did not exit the ones I added to. Still waiting. Let's exit now at 59. So I just exit the one I added to. Okay, so I opened a short. It was against the trend. I saw higher lows. I should have added here a lot and just went all the way in. Now I'm just holding this short here where I shorted at 20K. I'm gonna hold it all the way back to lows of 885. So this is my target. This is my stop loss. It's not the best risk to reward, but I'm holding it. Same with my short here on the Nasdaq. But again, it's very logic that when they're pushing the Nasdaq, then they will also push the DAX for somehow. They will at least try, and that's what they did, and that's what we missed out on. But still managed to make some money with you today here on my live session. I know I have an open position here where I'm down, but overall closed P&L is pretty good. But I could make much more money today on these shorts here. I'm just waiting for it to really confirm and start selling below. So if it breaks below, I'll not take a short without you. So I'll just come back at New York opening, and then we could short it all together. I think it should sell out today, but again, it could push because the Nasdaq pushed. But if we see a reaction down now, and we could see that, then this DAX could really sell off. So if we see a reaction all the way back again on Nasdaq, and we could see that, then this is also going to be, there's also going to come some selling pressure on the DAX. I think I'm going to open a light short here. It's currently trading at 67. I just opened a light short. I will exit this one again here at 61 or 58. As you can see, it's currently trading at 61. Again, a little quick scalping. I know it's very quick and you might not catch these moves. So what I will do right now is I'll just hold my short, and you can too, but I'm holding it, currently trading at 60, 78, they're pushing again. If this is going to sell below 700, they're going to dump it all the way back to, I think, 500 or 400. Then you will also see a reaction to the DAX all the way back maybe to 750. But again, I'm going to exit this short around lows where we have the support. It could push. It could also dump. I think they're going to dump the market. I don't think they're really going to push it again. Again, they could push it. But I'll go for light short again here while I'm sitting with you. No reason to waste time. Let's just see if we can make some money here. So I open short at 80. I like to close this one again here at 67. Managed to make 3K again. So we could see some selling pressure. There was just testing 750 again. If this is going to sell actively off, we're also going to see DAX that's going to sell actively off. This is an overreaction. It's going to come all the way back down again. Currently down 20K on this one here. I only need small points to be in profit. You can exit your short once we open, or you could hold it. I exit. I don't only have a light position of 250K, 250. Okay, so now they could push it all the way back to 750 and then take it to 800. So this is like a little risky. This could be a long signal and they pushing it above this candle, so be careful. They also want to push the Nasdaq, the DAX now. I think they could push it to 150. Wow, it's very strong. I'm gonna go for another light short here at 105. Currently trading at 125. It could sell off, but let's see here. If Nasdaq is coming all the way back to 680, then it's gonna sell off. Let's see. It's very risky here. Big push again. Wow. They really want to push this market. Moving my stop loss up. I don't want to get stopped out. I think this is just noise, but let's see here. This could be noise. Completely insane. It's very strong, the DAX, after what we see Nasdaq. But Nasdaq is weak now. Let's see if Nasdaq is going to sell below. It did there. Then we're going to see a reaction on the DAX as well. If Nasdaq is going to sell below 680, it's going to come all the way back to here. Then you're going to see the crazy reaction on DAX. Then DAX will sell off 200-300 points. Again, this is very risky. Just be very careful. Let's see if we get some progress below. We got it. Nope. This candle has to sell off. It's very risky. They're just waiting for confirmation before they're going to dump the market. So lower highs, lower lows. Let's see if they're going to push the market below. So I'll exit the ones we just opened there at 85 now. So I just exit the ones I opened with you guys, transparent, for 5K. So we exit the second position we opened. You can exit now. You will even get much better price than me. You see how much more money you make than me? So if you just hold like 2 seconds more, you'd have made like, it's insane how much more money you will make than me over the long term. Because I'm trading with the direction, I'm trading with the confirmation. So when you see I go in, it pushing up. So when I go in, I start losing 30 points. Then you could go short better than me. And then I say exit, and then it's just selling off. So that's why I like these live sessions, and you should make a lot of money through this. If you're doing the right position sizing and the right risk management. Because you're doing the wrong risk management and you're risking too much, then you're going to be wiped out. Again, they're trying to push the market again. They did not push it below the previous lows. But again, they did not push it above the previous highs. So this could be a fake out. Break above 725, then they might push it. But again, It's currently trading at 48. Everyone was freaking out around 150. Just sold off 100 points. You see that? Boom. If this is gonna sell off, it's gonna crash the DAX. Last time it crashed from 130 back to 870. So I'll exit this one here if I can get around break even, and then I would have made a lot of money with you guys. I hope you really made a lot of money today. When we exit this one here, I should have made like, I can easily check how much I made. So I basically made 35k if I exit this one here and break even. Let's see here. I'll move my stop loss. I might take profit here. So if they see a big push, I get taken out with profit. Let's see here. They could stop at 20k. So they could get some support. They could push the market from 20k and then all the way back. Because you see a strong NASDAQ. So that could also take the market to new highs. I might consider moving my stop loss back to maybe 100. Again, that could act as a new high, so they could push it from 20k back to 100, and then so it's a little stupid to have a stop loss here. I would rather just have my stop loss up here. But again, I have a stop loss now at 100. I would like to exit this one here once we break back to where I went short. It's not that I don't think the market will not sell off. I'm 100% sure it will, and I could make a lot on this. It's just been sitting and trading with you for almost 35 minutes, and we've been making very good money, guys. Very good money. Again, once you see progress below here, they're gonna crash the DAX. Again, let's just exit this one here if we can just get around break even. I know we could get much better than break even, and I'm not saying that we're not gonna exit it here. I'm just saying if we can get what we paid, that's gonna be pretty great, right? But let's see. Again, it's very tricky. They could stop it here. I'm just gonna put it there. So a move might take profit very close to the entries of this short. Be careful, they could push everything back. Same here, they could push everything back because they are fucking morons. Yeah, they could really push it back now. If it doesn't sell below here, I think they're gonna push DAX all the way back to 200 or even 250. Let's see. If this is gonna sell off, the DAX will start fearing. So if we break below here, the DAX will fear a lot, and then it's just gonna dump. So it just went to 96. Let's see here, pushing it again. They really tried to hold the market up. Let's see. Keep moving this up and down, but I'll exit it manually by just clicking here once I'm in profit. So I'm just waiting. Might not be in profit, it could be a losing trade, but let's see here. And they're pushing it again. Wow. Because they really want to push it back. But it keep getting rejected. This is very risky. But once we get confirmation and we break below and it starts selling off, then we will probably see 300 points sell off on DAX. So what could we do? It's a light position. I think we could do something like this if you want to hold it with me and we have the balls for that and we have the mindset for that. I think we could do something like this and then risk it because you did not took this trade with me. That was just a light trade I took myself. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna move my stop loss to 205 and then just hold this short maybe all the way down to 500. I'm not super sure. because it could be a very good setup. If you're looking at the market for a 30-minute time frame, it's very weak. There's no progress above 300. There's no progress above 500. It's very weak. They will try to reach new lows, but again, they pushed. So stocks is also up 5%. Yeah. Again, I'm currently short. I would like to see if I can exit this one with you within the next 2 minutes. If I'm not able to exit this one here for profit in the next 2-3 minutes, then I'll just hold it and make even more money and just it's worth my time. So if Nasdaq sells below now 90 and it's not dumping, then you're gonna see a crazy reaction on the DAX. But this has to happen first. We cannot be pushing like this and they also gonna push the DAX. They will push the DAX if you see if it's going to push the Nasdaq as well. Once this confirming and starts selling off, and this is going to be more rat, then they will dump it all the way back to here, at least at 850. So they will dump it 150 points immediately. You will see. But again, if they're going to push the market, then of course they're going to rally the DAX all the way back again. But it's a good risk to reward. Let's see here. Again, I could close with a small loss, but I choose not to. We don't want to fucking wait the whole time and then not make any money. So let's see if they're dumping it. They could dump it. I mean, they could really push it down. Once this starts selling below, like a little bit, then you're gonna see a DAX doing like poof. And then we're making a lot on this one here. Again, it's very risky. It's holding great support. I think that I would like to exit this short here, only because I don't want to trade. It's because I don't want to go for a long walk and then just come back to it later. Come on. Nope. They want to push it. Okay, if they stump it now, you will see. And then we can make some good money here. Wow, big push again. This is insane that they're flirting with the 700. They're pushing it. I think they want to push it to 750. And that's also what we're going to see maybe on the DAX, that they're going to push it all the way back. But I couldn't care. It's a light position for me, and I've only been trading DAX this morning here. So for me, it doesn't really matter. Wow. Really pushing it hard. I'm considering exit this one here, but again, wow. So they're pushing really the Nasdaq again. It's completely insane. But they're not really pushing the DAX. That's actually even more insane. So the DAX maybe know something and have some information. We don't know. But I don't know why they're not really like pushing this one. This one should be pushed 100 points. So I'll exit this one here. Oh, I couldn't even exit it. Let me see. So I just exit here, guys, for a profit. So overall, a very strong session. I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna go for a long walk. I didn't even manage to make one loss with you. 0 losses. I only managed to make money today. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I did 13 trades in the green, for real. 13 trades in the green. So that was it. 100% win streak, 100% win rate this morning.